So full disclosure, I had a completely different video planned for today. But then my sister posted this on her Instagram. So obviously my sister's dog Remy has a song in her heart, so I decided that she would make a fantastic co-writing partner. So today, with my sister Laura's consent, as well as a few other Remy videos, we're going to transcribe Remy's melody and turn it into a full song. So far, I have transcribed the entire first video, and it goes like this. Ooh, 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 ooh. So I think we've got a really good start here, and Remy actually has a very good sense of pitch, which is really exciting. From the notes that she sang in this first video, we can deduce that she is in the key of B minor. And I guess we'll see if she stays in that key or if she goes away from it. I'm very interested in dog ranges and whether dogs can actually stay in one key or whether they tend to move around. I guess we shall see. So now I'm going to transcribe the melodies of the other videos my sister sent me. So here we've got a pretty simple fifth, ooh, which then turns into ooh, though a lot of it seems to be notes sort of sliding into one another. Artistic choice, well done, Remy. Seems easy enough to me, but is it in the same key as our original song? A B natural minor scale goes like this. So this melody isn't quite in the same key as the other one, but it does share some notes in common, and I'm wondering if I can find maybe a way to pivot.
Can you hear the dog in the background? So did you hear the sirens?
Okay, this one's pretty simple so far. So luckily for us, this one, which I am titling, Can You Hear the Sirens?, is in B minor, which means that we can definitely use it with our first melody. And actually, now that I'm thinking of it, Can You Hear the Sirens might be a really good song title. I don't know, we'll see if we wind up using it. Oh, that one's great. Okay. I kind of don't even know where to start with this one because it's just so like, ah! But here we go. We're gonna go for it. Okay, that sounded right to me for the first part, so now we're gonna figure out the second part. This one starts exactly the same way, it just ends a little differently. Bold choice with the tritone, but I like it. So now I think it's time to add chords to this masterpiece. And what I've come up with so far is that we're going to start on this B minor 7, and then we're going to go to a G for Ooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooooo go back to a G. Ooh. Then she does that kind of thing at the end, which goes ooh. So I've gone to an A for that. So all of that, together with Remy's vocals, sounds like this. And then at that point, I'm probably going to add another ooh. So we now have some chords that we can work with. And we know that the Sirens video is also in B minor, so we can definitely play off of that when we write the rest of this chord progression.
Can you hear the dog in the background? Did you hear the sirens?
Okay, that actually worked really perfectly. I wasn't expecting to get it the first time, but actually I am very happy with that. So now these two things, when we combine them, are going to be just perfect, and it's going to be a little difficult to try to figure out how to use the other two videos, but I am determined, so we're going to make it happen. Okay, so I took a quick break so I could actually, teach lessons and, do my real-life job. And now I'm going to write the harmony for these other sections that are not in the key exactly. So the first one is going to be this one. So I'm just going to start by simplifying it a tiny bit. And what I'm going to do is I am just going to play G, E, G, B flat, E. So I'm taking away that fifth that I had included because that note felt like it wasn't a particularly important note, and it makes it a little bit harder for us to stick within our key. Okay, so let's try this. If we do a G major, I think we could just go to a B flat here. So if we just did a honestly, I think it kind of works. So I've decided to go with this, which is G, B flat, back to G, which I think is going to give us a little bit of that Lydian vibe, and I think it's going to sound really nice in theory. And now let's move on to the one titled Empath. So this is that one where she has that cute little trill at the end. So this one was actually pretty easy and wound up fitting into our key once I simplified the melody a little bit. So that's really good. So we can actually use that, and all we're going to be doing is just playing the same chords that we were playing before, which is going to be B minor 7 and G. Easy peasy. And now we have all of our melodies transcribed and have given them chords to go along with them. And so our experiment is coming along swimmingly. And we've now figured out that dogs don't necessarily always stay in the same key, but actually are remarkably good at being in one key from, the substantial mountains of evidence that we have. So now the name of the game is going to be piecing everything together and seeing what happens when we do that. So I've been doing some thinking, and I think that the video my sister sent me first is probably our chorus, just because to me, that feels like the catchiest thing. Etc. Now that section where we added the B flat is also pretty easy to me because it feels like the part that's the most different from all the other sections. So I think that's going to make the best bridge. So now of the remaining two sections, which one is going to be the best verse and which one is going to be the best pre-chorus? We also totally have the option of mixing them up and doing something else with it, but I haven't fully decided whether that's something I feel like doing. you enjoyed this video. I know this was like completely different from the stuff I usually do. So if this is something you liked and want to see more things like this, then make sure to let me know in the comments, leave a like, and of course subscribe to my channel and ring the little bell to be notified the next time I post.